Hello and a very warm welcome to my channel. This morning, we give you a piece of breaking news. So outrage as Meghan and Harry are living in ultra-luxury $18 million Beverly Hills mansion. Today, Daily Mail TV exclusively reveals Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been living in an ultra-luxury Beverly Hills hideout that belongs to Hollywood tycoon Tyler Perry. The couple has never been seen in public with Perry, best known for his cross-dressing portrayal of feisty Medea in his series of hit films, but are believed to have met him through their mutual close friend Oprah Winfrey. A source told DailyMail.com, Meghan and Harry have been extremely cautious to keep their base in Los Angeles under wraps. Their team helped them choose the location for their transition to Los Angeles wisely. Beverly Ridge has its own guarded gate and Tyler's property has a gate of its own which is watched by their security team. Beverly Ridge is an excellent place to keep out of view. The neighbors are mostly old money and mega-rich business types rather than show business gossips. It goes without saying that the location is stunning, just one of the most beautiful and desirable areas in Los Angeles. But, comment on this news, reporter Ryan Perry wrote, that mansion doesn't look big enough for Meghan's ego. Seriously, how can they preach about the underprivileged and climate change when they live in a mansion like this? I imagine they are using their newfound freedom to take all these freebies off of people like Oprah and if not Charles so much for being financially independent. They now have to make a choice, either they are activists for good causes or celebrities living in luxury. They can't be both as it just looks hypocritical. He also revealed, Oprah is chief among Meghan's recently acquired best friends. She didn't even know Meghan existed prior to learning she was dating Harry. After Oprah was able to acquaint herself with Meghan's mother Doria, she was able to secure herself an invite to the royal wedding. It's the way the Hollywood crowd does business. Back to my news, 50-year-old Perry's 8-bedroom, 12-bathroom Tuscan-style villa sits on 22 acres on the top of a hill in the ultra-exclusive Beverly Ridge Estates guard-gated community, offering sweeping views of the city from the backyard. It is not known whether Harry and Meghan are renting Tyler's property or staying there as guests, but there is no record of the mansion having been sold. Wow, 8 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, 2 people plus a baby. A great example of living within the carbon footprint. These two are the most hypocritical people on the planet. And why are they always borrowing houses? I thought they wanted to be financially independent. Seems they are just living off the back of anyone who will lend them a house because they are a duke and duchess, together with daddy's money. Have they paid back the money for the restoration of Frogmore yet? And who is paying for their security? Do they not understand how they are becoming ever more hated? I can't believe Harry can be so stupid. Daily Mail also reports, both the Sussexes and Perry, who is worth $600 million, consider the legendary talk show host and businesswoman their Hollywood mentor. Oprah is even godson to Perry's 5-year-old son Amon, and was seen at the house Meghan and Harry are now staying at for the little boy's christening party back in 2015. Absolutely no shame. How can Harry be happy freeloading like this, and is this what they call being financially independent? Did fame hag Meghan even know Oprah before meeting Harry? They should know that when you sell your soul to the devil he always comes to collect. Oprah will want something in return. Beverly Ridge Estates is close to the Van Nuys private airport and some of the most desirable private schools on the west side of Los Angeles. Socialite Paris Hilton lived there for just under a year in 2004 after her former fiancé Paris Latsis bought her an 11,206 square foot mansion in December 2004. But, wait. In a world where thousands are dying every day from a deadly virus, all Harry and Meghan care about is picking the most luxurious mansion other people's money can buy. They are so out of touch preaching about poverty while shopping for mansions. They need to just keep their mouth shut about all these activist kind of issues in the future, as they are becoming the biggest hypocritical virtue signalers in Hollywood, and that is saying something. Harry is an incredibly weak man and a lost soul. His grandmother, Her Majesty, is the head of Protestant Anglican Church of England. And the royal family members have been raised to practice and involve themselves with the religion for centuries. He has flippantly chosen a superfluous partner who only appears to worship fame and money. Both wandering aimlessly from place to place. Rent-free, I take it. Poor Meghan, she is a fish out of the water. No wonder she bolted from the UK. She could see living as a working royal she couldn't a penny out of it. No wonder she cut loose, as it is all about the money with her. Look at the birthday video of her son. The child looks very uncomfortable with her, and she is not reading to him, she is reading to the camera. That's Meghan's life. It is all about her and social standing with the Los Angeles set. Meanwhile, many fans also slammed Meghan and Harry for that. One said, "The sad part about his is that Harry is now living the life of the ultra-rich, which means he is even more isolated than he was before. So is his son. It is one thing to move for a spouse. Many do that all the time. It is quite another to give up one's family, one's heritage, one's title, one's home, and one's military service. I am hard-pressed to figure out what Meghan has given up, even when in the UK she seemed hell-bent on having things her way. She is a celebrity, hollow, cold, and one of many. Following traditions and honoring history is what sets Harry's family apart. The royal family is respected among world leaders, celebrities are not, they are used by those leaders. Could this all stem from jealousy over what William and Kate have compared to what she thought Harry had? But even Harry said what Meghan wants, Meghan gets. He certainly can spend his time wandering around that fortress. And spend his time recording his wife pretending to read to their son. A fan agreed and said, "Are they actually paying a commercial rent for this one, or are they scrounging yet another freebie? If the owner is daft enough to subsidize this pair of freeloaders, that's up to him, but whilst Cringe has established a reputation for grifting, it is hard to believe that Ginge, who used to be an honorable serving army officer, could have sunk to cadging free handouts off rich friends. There will come a reckoning. There is no such thing as a free lunch." William must despair over his brother's flashy, pretentious lifestyle. Alienated from his family and friends, looked down on by many who once thought of him so highly. Harry has chosen to keep up with appearances over credibility. He has no pride or shame. What Meghan wants, Meghan gets, will come back to haunt him one day. He's the only one who can't see it just yet. But another added, "This chick can't believe her lucky day. She would have never had access to these people and their mansions if it wasn't for Harry." But now the celebs feel like she's being abused by the UK because of her skin, so they are all helping them out. So gross. Also, how is Harry allowed to stay in the USA? Isn't it 3 months at a time only until you have a green card? Doesn't he have to leave the country while she applies for him to live there? Or maybe they've already filed years ago? The process takes a long time. But hey, I guess celebs get to go to the front of the line. Meanwhile, the second mocked and wrote, "Everything about them is fake." So many celebrities who attended the wedding did not even know Harry and Meghan prior to their invitations. Some even declined their invitation for the same reason. Why would anyone invite people unknown to them to the biggest event of their life, just because the said people were famous? Totally fake and laughable. A fan also thinks so, yes, and shunned her entire family to invite unknowns, as she wanted it to look as if she always rubbed shoulders with them, when she certainly did not. And she could have invited her diplomat uncle who pulled an awful lot of strings to get her an internship. Then she has another uncle of the religious order. Her mother has a sister, her auntie, etc. All snubbed. Meghan really does discard people when of no further use. And she had never wanted her father at the wedding, or would have had him kitted out in a suit to match the wedding party not 2 weeks before and still being measured up. The fake photos were likely Sam's idea to shame Meghan and highlight the fact her father still did not have a wedding suit. But unlike her mother, he never received an official wedding invite. Then all the stress caused his heart attack. And the last one wrote, "How embarrassing at their ages that they cannot even provide themselves a home of their own that they pay for. They are dependent on the generosity of others to put a roof over their son's head and food on their table. What a pathetic pair that justify living off anyone else and not providing for themselves. What great role models for charities and organizations. Don't do for yourself when you can manipulate others to do for you. What a slogan for them." For me, I think that Harry doesn't want his son to go through what he went through with stable parenting, the best schools, plenty of life-enhancing experiences from a young age, and being shown both how the poor and less fortunate live. Harry doesn't want his son to have the good fortune of having cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents close by. He doesn't want his son to know his friends' children, even though he knew Charles' friends' children growing up. So he has chosen to live in a goldfish Bowl in the fakest place on earth, with the fakest celebs, in fake happiness, and fake freedom while the rest of California is in a grip of a drug epidemic, high unemployment due to the virus, and a huge homeless problem. That is a joker. And you? Do you agree with me? Please let me know your emotion about them in the comment section. If you see my video so useful, remember to like and share it for anyone you think they need it. And subscribe to the Sussex Daily News channel to get more news from the royal family. Now, have a nice day, goodbye and see you in the next videos.